Have you ever felt like your mind is a constant battlefield, always worrying about what's next or regretting what's already happened? Feels like true peace is just a distant dream, always out of reach. If that sounds familiar, then you need to hear the story of Marco. Marco was a 24-year-old guy, just like many of us. He was always restless, his mind a tangled mess of anxiety about the future and regrets from the past. He couldn't find a moment of peace. He tried everything, new hobbies, trips, distractions, but nothing worked. The noise in his head was just too loud. Feeling lost, he decided to seek help from a wise old man who lived on the outskirts of his village, a retired psychologist known for his unconventional wisdom. When Marco arrived, he poured out his heart, explaining his constant state of turmoil. The old man listened patiently, a gentle smile on his face. Instead of giving a long lecture, he handed Marco a simple cup, filled to the very brim with water.
I have a task for you,
the old man said. I want you to carry this cup of water through the entire village, walk all the way to the market square and back, without spilling a single drop. Marco was confused. How could this simple, almost silly task help him find peace? But he was desperate, so he agreed. He took the cup and started his journey. The moment he stepped out, his entire world shrank to the size of that cup. Every step he took was careful, his eyes glued to the shimmering surface of the water. He focused on his balance, on the gentle rhythm of his breathing, on keeping his hand perfectly steady. The village was bustling with life. Children were playing, merchants were shouting their wares, friends were laughing and chatting. Normally, Marco would have been distracted by all of it, his mind wandering to a dozen different places. But not today. Today, he didn't even notice. He was so completely absorbed in his task, in the present moment of carrying that cup, that everything else faded into the background. It was just him, the cup, and the path beneath his feet. After what felt like an eternity, Marco finally returned to the old man's house, a triumphant smile on his face. He hadn't spilled a single drop. I did it, exclaimed, feeling a strange sense of calm he hadn't experienced in years. The old man nodded. Tell me, Marco, he asked, what did you see in the village? Did you notice the beautiful flowers in the town square? Did you hear the latest gossip from the merchants? Marco paused, thinking back. He realized he hadn't noticed any of it. He was so focused on the water that he was completely oblivious to his surroundings. He felt a little embarrassed. No, he admitted. I saw nothing but the water in this cup. The old man's smile widened. Exactly, he said softly. When your mind was completely focused on the present moment, on the simple task of carrying the water, was there any room for your anxieties about the future? Was there space for your regrets from the past? A wave of understanding washed over Marco. He shook his head. No, he whispered. There was nothing else. Just ... peace. That, my boy, the old man concluded, is the secret. Peace is not something you find out there. It's not in a distant place or a future achievement. It's right here, right now, within you. When your mind is fully engaged in the present, there is no room for fear, for confusion, for all that unnecessary mental noise. The water in the cup is your life right now. Focus on living it, one moment at a time, without spilling it on worries that don't exist here. Marco looked at the cup in his hands, and for the first time he truly understood. Peace wasn't a destination, it was a way of walking. It was the simple act of being fully present. He thanked the old man, his heart full of gratitude, not just for the lesson, but for the experience of true tranquility. He returned home a different person. The world outside hadn't changed, but his world within had been transformed. He knew now that whenever the storms of anxiety or regret started to gather, all he needed to do was bring his focus back to his own cup of water, to the present moment. And in that simple, powerful act, he could always find his way back to peace. So next time you feel overwhelmed, remember Marco's story. What is your cup of water right now? Maybe it's the taste of your morning coffee, the feeling of the sun on your skin, or the sound of a loved one's voice. Ground yourself in that single moment. Focus on it completely. You might just find that the peace you've been searching for has been with you all along. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more content to help you find calm in the chaos. See you next time.